have the YouTube running. Hello everyone, Dave Smalley, Geeks Garage. Facebook's over here yelling at me. Oh, it wants me to create another event. Okay. Alright guys, today, I'm still trying to build a table saw. It worked pretty good. I managed to cut 4 pieces of wood yesterday that came out really accurate. Actually, I cut 6 of them. And these guys are pretty well perfect. I mean, that's just superb. So anyway, so I've got 2 of these are quote melamine. I grew up calling this stuff press board. This is a bunch of grains that are pressed together and glued. And it's decent stuff. If you get it wet, it's ruined, but it's quote dimensionally stable. It tends to stay its size. All right, so I'm having lots of chat. This will be the fence for the sled. I don't know if you can see it. It's still sitting down there. I've never done this before. I'm going to attempt to use wood glue to clamp wood together and not even use screws. Got a square, got some challenges with the square. These will be, quote, paint brushes. Most people use their finger. I see people that are spreading glue on a wider surface use some kind of a scraper-like device, so I'll use these. I'm going to be using good old wax paper in a minute here. Because I'm going to use the table saw as the base, and I don't want glue all over the table saw or on my level. Okay, so what's happening here? Again, 2 longer pieces of wood with the finished ends on the top, so they look pretty. 2 of the inner pieces that are a little bit smaller because I had 2 sheets of this melamine. This is the length that I had. And these 2 sheets made these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of wood with 1 piece of scrap that's too small. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. A lot of people, and I've kind of learned in this little journey, that my best straight edge, and hopefully right angle, is this level. $5. I managed to crack one of the ribs because I clamped directly to this thing a week or 2 ago. It's not cracked badly, but it has a slight crack, so I no longer am going to clamp directly to it. That's why I've got this piece here. These business cards were just a shim to make sure that when I clamp this board against this surface, this little pad doesn't get in the way. This is clamped down tight. This is level to the back here. It doesn't need to be, but whatever. All right, so let's get our quote shims out of the way. They're just old business cards. And lots of old business cards. So this is clamped securely. Now, so what I was trying to do, find a good base, clamp that down securely. And what I'm concerned about is this piece of wood. This will be the front of my fence. This is where my workpiece will attach, that I will hold it up against when I start cutting. So I have an interesting little challenge that's come up in me setting up this temporary rig. This side is not square at all. There's a pretty big gap on the top. So the base is touching, and there's almost an 1/8 of an inch gap on the top. And I got to being concerned about that and blah, blah, blah. And then I realized, wait a minute. This is the back end of this device. There will be a handle back here. This is of little value dimensionally. Structurally, it helps keep this together, and I'm going to do some stuff with this channel. But what matters is this surface. And when I come over here and put this guy here, it is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Everywhere I put it, it's perfect. So I'm thinking that I'll be okay to use this setup. That I should have a nice vertical surface to put my work pieces against. And, oh, okay, then there's two reasons that they and I will be doing this. I've been watching a ton of YouTube videos, and some of the smarter guys use a level to make sure that when they clamp their wood together, that this surface is straight. So I kind of took it a step further. I thought, oh, well, it can do two things for me. When I clamp it down to the table, and then I pull that piece up into here, I have not only, and by having all 5 of these clamps here, these clamps make sure that it's not wavy, that it's square, straight. And then these clamps make sure that I'm pulling against a square surface. So I believe this will be straight and square, I believe. Okay, let's start playing. Again, I've never used, I was brought up to believe that gluing a wood project was cheating, sloppy work that a poor carpenter would resort to. Nowadays, everybody glues. So I'm going to learn how to glue. What I like about glue, it seems to be extremely strong. What I don't like about glue is you pretty well commit it. Okay, so now before I undo this, let me strike a couple of lines. I want to know where to put my glue in a minute. This will help me not over glue. Because there's those of you who know me know I'm a cheap bastard. I don't like to waste anything. Alright, and our friend the sharp pencil is a wonderful tool. Those of you who watch my other videos may note that these drilled holes were the previous fence, and it sucked. It was terrible. It was absolutely awful. Okay, let's open her up. Okay, so this was all just kind of in there, let's call it ceremonially. These things are wonderful. You want to do some woodworking, get yourself a set of these. I don't remember the price, but they were pretty cheap for a pack of 6 at our buddy Harbor Freight. I lost one. I have no idea where that other one went. 0, none. And this is a small workshop. You would think I could keep track of my tools. Okay, so now you're going to see all the bits and pieces. And I should just get it nice and clean. Let's make sure this glue has something to stick to. I've been waxing this table with an old candle, and it sure does. Yeah, I've got some problems still in this slot that I gotta deal with. But wax sure does seem to attract dust. Alright, so I'm going to be gluing here. And these edges, well, let's get it all wiped off. I'm not worried about these edges. You don't really have to clean those up good. The glue ought to suck right on down into there. But these shiny things, I'm going to buff up a touch. Alright. One more here. And what am I? and this was the original fence surface, and I sure did screw that up. But at least I don't think, I doubt that I damaged this piece of wood, because it seems to still square up real nice. Oh, good. Oh, yeah, okay. I just realized it's going to help me double check something. Alright, so this is going to be here. Let's get these fellas out of the way for a minute. Let's do some square work. Where'd the other little one go? There it is. My little buddy. My new bigger buddy. These are wonderful. What I really like about these things, I've been using this kind of square all my life. All my professional life. You got a flat edge and a, ruler and up and down, blah, blah. But it doesn't go around an edge nicely. This thing here with this little lip, man, are they nice. I'm impressed. Okay, now, let's take a look at how square that is. Boy, right from this perspective, it looks pretty good. Pretty darn good. Good old Harbor Freight had these things free with any purchase. I should have made 10 purchases. Okay. That's perfect. That's imperfect. No, it's perfect. Okay. This has a little roll to it. Okay, so it's manufactured imperfectly. Ah. Okay. Seems when I squeeze this down, it takes out that little imperfection. So something's going on here. I'm happy with it. Well, let's, alright, so before I obsess, let's see what happens here. This is going to tell the story, I think. This is vertical, and I'm going to press on. Yeah, when that's pressed in, that is nice and vertical. Right, when it's sitting like this, it's out, but when I push it in, okay, so this edge is imperfect down here. But when it presses up against here, it seems to be nice. Let's double check. Pressed, oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Very, very happy with it. So when this is pressed against here, it comes to square. Good. Alright, so let's get the squares out of the way. Alright, now I'm just going to go on trusting that edge. Prepare, and prepare. Okay, so if I prepare in English, I'm going to slightly sand these surfaces. I'm not going to worry about it too much. As long as there's some grit in the middle, I believe everything's going to hold nicely. My friend sandpaper. Maybe I should be smart. Come on. Got all this stuff that I can't find because I'm such a disorganized mess. Is that okay? This is 220. I've been falling in love with these little blocks of sandpaper. These things are pretty cool. Sanding blocks. What I'm doing here is I'm just trying to take a little bit of the shine off. I'm trying not to remove my pencil mark. And just break that shiny stuff up a little bit. Now this one I can go all the way across the surface. Not worry about removing a pencil mark. And again, I can see this hazy, brighter, so it's a little hazy after I hit it with this little sanding block. Okay. And I've got a nice reflection coming off here so I can see the difference in the look of the surface. I can kind of see these light scratches. Okay, last one. Again, I'm trying not to erase my pencil line. So I really hope, number one, that when I clamp all this together it ends up nice and square. Number two, that it's strong. Number three, that I don't make a god-awful mess. So yeah, these things, you buy two in a kit, 2 in a pack. Nice, really nice tool, really nice tool. I've done sanding blocks all my life, and that little built-in block makes things easier. Okay, let's get the dust off it. Okay, de-dusted. Now the fun part starts. In order to attempt to not make a mess, I want to lay some wax paper down. Wax paper has been my friend for many, many, many years. Used carefully and appropriately, it's almost magic. Oh good, that'll fit just nicely. Okay. And let's do another little dust. Okay. And let's see if I can get the little cutter to cut properly today. All these years using Maximum Bright, still haven't mastered the art of cutting it nicely. Let's see. Yep, screwed it up again. Yeah. I've never been successful with that. Okay, so now what I'm attempting to do is to protect both the level and the table. And I hope this is not going to screw up my 90-degree angle when I do this. Oh, I can still check it. There you go. Let's check. Let's pull this up a little bit more. Yeah. And oh, I've found an interesting little trick somewhat lately. If you head to the Lowe's, on the bottom shelf, you'll notice this green tape. It'll be right above the masking tape, the blue tapes, the tan tapes. This is, quote, Rough Surface, number 2060, Scotch number 2060. It costs almost half as much as the blue tape. And let me tell you something, this stuff is strong. It's amazing. It even holds our friend wax paper, which I was surprised, because not very many things will attach to wax paper. Alright, so that should stop this paper from moving around on me. I'm sure most of you know, but whenever I finish tearing off a piece, I like to put a little handle on it. That saves you hours of your life. Alright, so that one is the fence one. This is the one that matters. This is the top. make sure what I'm doing now. See, yeah, see that? It feels like something happened with that wax paper in the way.
Yeah, I just put them down.
There we are. I want to make sure that that little corner that the wax paper does hasn't gotten in the way of squareness.
What are we doing here?
Oh, good. I'm good to go. When I push directly against the center, it squares up perfect. Okay, right back where it was. Check that one too, just to make sure.
Oh, baby.
Good to go. All right, both square. Looking good. Okay, I'm comfortable. So the little turn of the wax paper does not appear to have gotten in the way. All right, so now I want the glue here.
Oh, you know what? I can put all this right together.
Okay, so I want glue from there to there. This will here. Let me walk through my. I'm doing this more for me than you. So after everything's got glue on it, and I stand this up, slide this here. Glue's on the top. I don't need to glue this one because glue will already be on it. Then this goes here. Glue will be here, and this goes here. Oh, okay, so this one does not need to be glued because this one will be glued. I don't need to glue the edges because that glue will be here. Yeah, see, because this edge will be this glue, this edge will be this. Okay, good. So, okay, so cheapo David gets to say some glue. Yeah, see that little bow there? So it is bowed slightly. Yeah, there's a bow, see that? But that's what doing this solves, right? This solves the straightness problem. This solves the 90-degree problem. All right, so much for talking. Time to start working. I distract myself so easily. Okay, we get to see how this glue comes out. Which one am I going to use? I'm going to try that one. I'm going to use this one. Just because I left this edge sharp, I rounded this edge. I don't know if there'll be any difference in applying the glue. All right. Oh, if I lay this here and this gets some glue on it, it's not going to hurt anything because it will be going like that. This is that's the shiny edge, that's the sanded edge. Side, whatever you call it. All right. First time for the old man. Let's see what this does. Ooh, okay, came out nice. That flows nice. Now let's see what this does. Okay. You can see it's got a belly to it. So let's try the other side. With less belly. Nah, it's imperfect. That's not square enough. I will call that imperfect. Alright, so you go back on the bench. This one should be straighter. This is the slightly softened side. Still shit. Alright, so my magic ideas are bullshit. Oh no, that worked better once I squeezed it down. Okay, so I see that the amount I put was kind of decent. Alright, so I'm happy with the way I made that line. This line will be longer, closer to the edge. Oops, come on baby. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have taped those. Oh well, next time. Find something. I should have masked off the area to be glued. Alright, so I tried with this little spatula idea. I didn't like how it worked. Most people use their finger. So let's see what fingering it does. It gives me pretty good control getting to the line. Yeah, I should have taken the time to mask that. My technique is certainly flawed here. Now I believe this glue is slow to set up. I hope so, because I'm taking a lot longer than I intended. Alright, so we got the line nicely all across there. Let's get this spread around. I can feel it gumming up already. I gotta work faster. Okay, let's get to work. Oh, there's a mistake. Yeah. Okay, got most of it off. It's not the end of the world if I go over my line. I just don't like it. Do it again. Good enough. Get up and work. And if I go over this line, I should be able to just wipe it off within the next few minutes. File it off if I really screwed up. I don't like this. Done a very poor job. Alright, so now let's get it all spread. See, it's getting tacky already, so I don't have much time left up. Again, I really, lesson learned, I should have put down masking tape, so this process would have been much quicker. I think I need another dab of glue here on the ends. Let's take a look. Well, I've got that spread pretty good. I'm happy with this. Yeah, this is looking good. Got glue pretty much everywhere. The ends are looking good now. This, okay. I've covered up all the blanks. All right. Okay, moment of truth. This one. This one. sanded side. And now, there we go. Looking good so far. Okay, this glue's already gummy. Alright, let's start in the center and work out. Okay. Oh, I don't want to put it there. I want to put it on the strength. This was where the bubble is. So I'm just barely bringing it together for now. I'm going to work from the center out. And they're right on the strength ribs of the level. I'm just barely bringing it tension just to hold it in place for now. I'm not going to put any pressure on it yet. I'm going to slowly apply pressure. I'm doing this to try and help make sure that the clamp is as square as possible. Okay. 2 more. And again, right on that rib, right on the strength rib. And one more in placement. Then we start the tightening process. Okay, now in jobs like this, you start at one end or the center. You don't start it come in because you can build in a bow. So here I'm going to work from the center out. So now I'm going to give it a couple of turns. Now it's starting to become tight. Okay, that's the first round of tightness. Ooh, I see a gap here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a gap there. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with that in a minute. Alright, so let's get some more. Before we get some more tightening going on, let's figure out a way to fill in that gap. Kind of like caulking it right now. I'd rather see no gap. And I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just doing it. It's what seems right to me. In a few minutes I'll come in and I'll get all this excess out of here. Treating this kind of like I'm caulking a boat window, which I've done before. So I just want to see no gap right now. I want to make sure that the glue is in all of the gap. Okay. I didn't see that coming. Well, like I said, guys, you're watching me learn. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you experienced woodworkers will be laughing your heads off right now, saying, "This fool, he don't know nothing." And that's right, I am a fool who don't know nothing, but I sure enjoy learning. Sure enjoy learning. Okay, last little bit. Okay, then we'll finish the clamp. Okay, everybody looks like they're filled for now. another little dollop right there. The edge. Everything else looks pretty good. Alright, so let's close that. And let's get back to tightening. Now, so do it. One good yank, one good yank, one good yank, good yank. You can see they're still moving because they're not really tight yet. Getting pretty tight now. What are we looking like? Let's double check our level or square. Yikes! Oh, okay. Yeah, not good. Not good. Shit. Not working. Oh, okay. I just, yeah. Not working. Not working. Not working. Back off. Back off. Back off. Back off. Back off. Okay, so this little guy was right. Just did a little better. Okay. I can't. Oh, there we go. Oh, did I get it? This little guy's not working well. There's a little notch on the bottom. It's hard to get right. Okay, I'm having a conceptual problem here. This is too far this way. Why are you too far that way? I've run out of clamps. I don't have any more clamps. These 7 are all of the clamps that I have. I've got to solve this problem quickly or I won't be able to solve it. Big ones. For some reason, I'm not square. So, I'm not square. Close, but no cigar. Oh, wait a minute. Did that? No. Too far this way. Gotta go that way somehow. Frickin' gonna make that happen. I think I've got a bad position. Yikes. I don't see how to do that. But let's give it a try. Oh, look. Oh, maybe I can do this. Let's go the other way. glue. Well, let's see what happens. See what happens. The perfect world, this would be square on there. I don't have a perfect world today. Let's see what we can do for squares, snakes. Yeah. I'm not having a good connection here. But I might get lucky. Okay. Now, still pulled this way a little bit. How can I fix that? I'm not sure exactly what's happening here. It seemed to be good before it blew up. But now, it's fighting me. Well, you know what? I think it's more important to get it straight than square. So I'm going back to straight. I'll deal with square another day. I think I've got ways to square that up. And I believe that having this straight is more important than having it square. So let's work on straight right now. Then I'll repair square another day. It looks ever so slightly off. And now that I'm thinking about it, that might not matter so terribly much as for the sled fence. Square is going to matter a lot more when I build the actual table saw fence that will be attached here. We have two different fences. The one that'll be on the sled, this one. Okay. Okay, we all got about equal pressure. Let's see how bad we look square. Ooh, that one's pretty good. It's ever so slightly this way. Very, very slight. What? That's almost perfect. Wow, it came together nice. Shit. Okay, I gave up on it and it said, okay, I'll cooperate now. Amazing. I'm thrilled. Now let's try and get this excess out of here. What I'm going to use for that. Something a little bit of an edge. That will probably do. Yeah, that'll do. Let's get this excess out of here. Cool, that's working. Oh, I see. I should wipe this off. Yes, I'll do it. Okay. looks nice. Yeah, that works real nice. Cool. Alright. Yeah, that's helping me get this excess out of here pretty quick and easy. Because this will be a real pain in the butt once it's dry. There we go. Looking good. Alright. If this was a touch longer, it would have been better. So next time I'll have a scraper tool of some sort prepared ahead of time. But it did really make that pretty easy to get all the excess glue out of the way. Yeah, this is quite nice. Pretty good. Pretty good. This is how it's going. Ooh, boy, it's really taking hold now. Yeah, like I said, you don't have much time to work with this stuff. Okay, so now I've got the bulk of this crazy glue done. Here, let's leave this. Love these little pieces of wood, man. These come in super handy. So I'm leaving them so that the glue is hanging off the end to dry. Alright, ooh, that ran right in it. Okay, now, wet rag is what they say, water. I'm going to use my No Lint Viva paper towels. Clean that in the water. Dummy. I'll be back with the wet paper towel. No water. Okay. All this water that I had in here, I ain't got no water. Okay, I'm stepping away for a minute. Okay, friends, sorry about that. Wet paper towel. Let's see how that does in getting off this finer excess. Doesn't seem to be doing shit. Well, it's kind of working. Yeah, I guess I should have. Well, I should have worked quicker. I should have known what I'm doing. Blah blah blah. I will be able to get in there with sandpaper. It may or may not be critical. This is kind of getting some of it off. Yeah, if I'd have had a better scraper block, I could have got more of it off with that scraping thing that I just did. That's alright, I'll know about that for next time. Because there will be a next time. Of those pieces I showed you, I'll be building another fence to sit across the table like this. Okay. You know, this is kind of working. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, I see the more it's wet and the more you rub it back and forth, the more comes out. Alright, so this is cool. This is working. One of the reasons I want this channel kind of clean, I'm thinking of being able to attach things and slide them back and forth in here. So the cleaner this both the bottom and this edge are, the easier help you. Oh, I put this on backwards. This is supposed to be the other way. Not, doesn't matter. Because that was backwards for the other construction, not for this construction. Yeah, this wet paper towel is taking up the excess nicely. You do have to work it a little bit. Are you loose? Because I didn't want to tighten it too much. That's why. Yeah, the little lumps that I skipped over the first pass, as I go back and forth, they're breaking loose. I guess the moisture is breaking it loose. So it's happening. This is looking pretty good. Happy with it. Now I think you're supposed to let this stuff set up for about an hour. You know what? I should have read the instructions. God, what if I didn't read the instructions? Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and dry it off just to make sure that that moisture doesn't get in the way of the actually curing down inside the crack. I don't think it would, but plus this is helping me see that I did a good job of getting all that excess out of the way. Yeah, I know. Okay, why are you so loose? Nobody else is moving. Alright, I'm pretty happy with my progress. Oops, there's a little bit right there. And right there. Okay. Alright, so we got us a nice clean looking project at this point. Alright, how is square doing? That's the wrong way, but that's good. It worked. Oh shit, I don't have these plastic pig and poop here. I was figuring I'd go have to fight square another time, but man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm happy with it. All right. Okay, everybody. Oh, directions. Oh, can I see them? Directions: clean and dry. Joints fit. Heavy spread. Clamp for a minimum of 30 minutes. Do not stress joints for 24 hours. Remove excess wet glue with clean, damp cloth. Close cap after use. Okay. Then another little thing I learned to do is go ahead and clean that excess right off of the tip there. Generally helps out for the next time you use it. I can see some in there. Let's hope that this seals good enough where it just pop open and work. Okay, everybody. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube. I'm going to stop Facebook, but I'm going to get a little detail in here with YouTube. Goodbye, Facebook. Love you guys. And the live video. Okay. Alright, YouTube. We got a secret. Okay, YouTube. Let's see what kind of detail we can check. Alright, I don't... Once I'm videoing, I don't see a way to add light. So let's get my little buddy over here. This thing's weird. 1, 2, 3. Bah! Got enough light? Okay. And there's the surface that I was cleaning. You could see it's pretty good in there. Alright, and now I didn't really work on this side at all. But I don't see any. Oh, there's a gloop right there. Oh, I better get that off of there. Oh, look at that. I can see it in. Oh, there it is. Let's get that out of there now. It's trying to be. Okay, fingernail got rid of it. Okay, good. All right, let's. Yeah, and that's funny. I wouldn't have seen that at all without this video. All right, that's all looking pretty reasonable to me. Yeah, little gaps there that I did not worry about on this. Again, this side just is for the handle. This is the accurate side. Now it looks some of that glue has seeped its way down inside. Good, because that was a bit of a gap. And that's probably why that's what I was fighting with the okay, so you could see that just in those moments that was a nice clean seal all the way across. And there are gaps. Interesting. So it's sucked down inside. Okay. But my surfaces are good. That was the big deal. And we're going to find out. Okay. Turn the little light off. Click. Tight bond. We'll see how good it does. I think I'm going to try and be smart and give it a full day. Okay, everybody. Love you. Thank you. Bye-bye.